Since it's the 40th anniversary of Super Dirt Week, what better way to get a perspective on how things have changed than to talk to the guy that won the first two that were ever held here back in 72 and 73. Buzzie Rudiman, welcome back, sir.
Oh boy, I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've been here, and quite a few changes have went on since I've been here last, but it's still the same old Syracuse. It looks like the guys look like the track's getting good and hard, like I would like it if I was out there. And I'm meeting a lot of friends that I haven't seen in years, so I'm really enjoying myself.
Now tell me about the run of that very first Super Dirt Week in 1972. What was the buzz like? What was the anticipation like amongst drivers when it was announced that there was going to be a big season-ending race at Syracuse in October?
Well, that's something that they announced it, quite a few months there before it came about, and everybody started looking forward to that race. We've never run for that much money before, and it was really interesting. So I had a little bit of an advantage over the boys, being that Middletown and Nazareth were hard, slick tracks, and I was used to running on it. So my old car worked good on this kind of surface. So a lot of the boys are up here in Flemington were used to running sideways through the corners, and they were using up their right rear tires. So I went around there and just drove around the corner and come out with the win, which I was very lucky to do that.
And I remember too, you were actually sort of involved in a little bit of the revolution that took place when Gary Ballou's Batmobile showed up here in 1980, because all of a sudden the car that you were driving grew this enormous set of side pods.
Yeah, when we seen that thing that Gary Ballou came out with, we had to get back over to the shop and do a little altering on the body, and it really made a difference in the car. And at least we got a second out of it. I believe I could have won that race, but believe it or not, I finished that race on 7 cylinders. It did break a rocker arm in the engine near the 100-lap mark, and so I was running on 7 cylinders. So it might have been a different story today if I'd have stayed on 8.
And I got to think, walking around here today, looking at the cars of today and the way this event has grown and changed, you've got to be thinking it's almost like being on a different planet.
Yeah, the big blocks they run nowadays are quite a bit different than the big block that I ran. But I had a real good engine when I ran here. Mine was 482 cubic inches, and it really was a good engine. So it was making good horsepower. So we did well with it.
Anybody you think's got the inside track to win this deal?
Oh wow! It's going to be more interesting.